She kicked in my front door screaming about a fake master key, and that's when my retired military K9s went to war. At 4:17 a.m., silence ruled Willowbrook Estates until Karen arrived in satin pajamas, blonde helmet, glowing under porch lights like a suburban war goddess with a Botox budget. She slammed her boot through my front door screaming, "I have master key authority! Your filthy mutts woke the entire neighborhood, soldier boy!" She waved a glittery pink key like Excalibur. What Karen forgot was Rex and Luna. Both 90-pound retired military German shepherds were on night guard. One blink, one growl, then boom. Twin furry missiles launched down the hallway. Karen shrieked, tripped over her own entitlement, and dropped the fake key like it was radioactive. She ran. But my cameras, they didn't. Because for 6 months, this HOA queen had made our lives hell. Fake violations, whispered rumors, noise complaints, while her own lawn crew ran leaf blowers like jet engines every Sunday morning. And now she'd handed me the Holy Grail. Video proof of illegal entry, threats, and impersonating authority, all in 4K with time-stamped audio. I'm Ezra, retired military police. My wife Carmen is a trauma nurse. Our twin daughters are 16. Rex lost an eye in Iraq. Luna still wakes up crying from Afghanistan. They aren't pets, they're veterans. And Karen didn't just kick down my door, she declared war on the wrong house. Karen didn't retreat after the K9 ambush. She escalated. Within days, animal control, noise enforcement, and even child services showed up, all armed with reports claiming our dogs were terrorizing children and that I was a mentally unstable military threat. Funny thing, my cameras had already caught her going door to door selling this horror movie to neighbors like a Netflix pitch. "She's unpredictable," Karen whispered to Mrs. Patterson on tape. "Those military men snap, and those aren't pets, they're trained killing machines." So I went into MP mode. 8 new 4K cameras, military-grade night vision, cloud backups across 2 states, pressure sensors, audio recording. Every whisper Karen breathed near my property was now a sworn affidavit. Then Carmen, God bless trauma nurses, infiltrated Karen's emergency HOA meeting. 30 slides of fake damage. Charts, pie graphs, a PowerPoint titled Restoring Community Safety. But buried in her lies was money. Community beautification consulting, emergency landscaping, tens of thousands gone, yet not a single flower planted. Carmen snapped every page. By morning, we discovered Karen wasn't just a Karen. She was a thief, and the best part, her HOA authority was fake. No quorum, no elections, no bylaws. This woman wasn't president. She was cosplaying as one, while laundering community money and targeting military families. So I filed complaints, called former neighbors, found a pattern. Military families forced out, homes sold cheap, bought by the same investment group. Karen wasn't protecting property values. She was flipping veterans for profit. The moment Karen realized I wasn't afraid anymore, she completely lost her mind. First, she tried to get a restraining order on me, claiming I was stalking her, threatening her, displaying hostile military posture. Problem? My cameras showed I hadn't been within 100 feet of her. Ever. The judge dismissed her lies so fast, his gavel didn't even echo. So Karen upgraded from liar to criminal. She phoned animal control pretending to be a concerned parent, saying my dogs tried to attack children at the bus stop. Officer Martinez arrived expecting Cujo and found Rex doing sit-stay drills while kids petted Luna's scarred face. Next, she tried bribing our Navy vet maintenance guy with $500 to damage community landscaping and blame my dogs. He recorded her. Then she told neighbors the FBI was secretly investigating me for terrorism, while simultaneously calling the FBI to report that I was stockpiling weapons. Special Agent Smith called me laughing. "Sir, she's accidentally documenting her own guilt." That night she snapped. 3:30 a.m., bolt cutters. My backyard shed. She tried to plant army surplus junk with receipts still in her purse. Arrested in pajamas, but she was just warming up. On bail, Karen scheduled a massive emergency HOA meeting to finally expose my military conspiracy. What she didn't know, local news would be there, FBI agents too, and I'd be live streaming the whole thing. If you're loving this downfall, smash like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Karen arrived at the community center dressed like she was accepting an Oscar for Best Delusional Performance. Briefcase. PowerPoint, maniac smile. She strutted in shouting, "I'm here to expose the military conspiracy destroying this neighborhood." 47 neighbors stared. Local news cameras blinked. My live stream was already exploding. She began projecting photos of my dogs labeled weaponized animals. My garden shed became Suspected terror cell. Then my lawyer stood up. Miss Karen, before you continue, you're under federal investigation for fraud, housing discrimination, and conspiracy. Her smile twitched. Jennifer followed. How about explaining the $47,000 you stole from community funds? Karen screamed that we were all part of the plot. That's when Special Agent Smith walked in. Badge out. Badge out. Calm voice. Ma'am, you are under arrest? Karen shrieked. I have emergency HOA powers. Agent Smith snapped the cuffs. You were never HOA president. There is no legal HOA. You've been running a criminal enterprise. Applause exploded. Phones recorded. Karen was dragged out in handcuffs, briefcase spilling fake evidence like confetti from hell. 6 months later, Karen pled guilty to 14 federal charges, 7 years in prison. Her McMansion was seized and turned into a veterans community center, therapy dogs, legal aid, trauma support. Where she once ruled with fear, now wounded soldiers heal. Rex and Luna lead therapy classes. My daughters teach kids about standing up to bullies. And every time I hear laughter in our neighborhood, I remember the night a Karen kicked the wrong door. If this revenge hit your soul, like, comment, and subscribe. Because around here, Karens don't win. They get erased.